Greeting all you obsessed fans. Well, all you obsessed fans yet to come. Hurry up and become obsessed with our show and subscribe, damn you. This is the Mad Chatters on the Oz Radio podcast with the Master of Insanity, Loopy Legend, and my one and only partner.
Dr. Wheatley, how are you going?
Aren't you Dr. Octagonopus?
Dr. Octagonopus.
Hey, can you imitate the actual 200% one?
Dr. Motherfucking Gonopus.
There you go. I told you this guy was good at voiceovers.
Well, Dr. Octagonopus isn't exactly difficult.
Okay, well, he just still sounds hilariously funny.
I like him a lot.
Yeah, and I can hardly hear your voice. Put the microphone close to your mouth, Wheatley.
How's that?
That's much better.
Hey.
Do the sound effect again.
Which one?
Pick one out of your book of jokes. Yeah, you like me. I do sound effects in real life. I lift something up, I go...
Ah, right.
Wow, so now you're Woody Woodpecker. Great.
We should probably get this thing actually onto something relevant before we bore and witless anyone who's actually listening.
I think they're more face-palming their head on the ground now than being bored. But anyway.
Face-palming their head on the ground. I'd like to know how that works.
Well, if you're a cartoon and you would do it on a vertical glass surface, you certainly go and you look like a pie got splattered on the window.
I just refer to that as head desking.
Oh, fair enough. Anyway, we have no guest star this week, sorry, because although I have 3 potential lined-up guest stars, trying to organise a time with them has become impossible because they refuse to email me back when I say, all right, you've agreed to be on the show, now let's do this time. And it's kind of like, there's crickets in the background, no reply. So this week is just me and Whitley keeping you company, and we've got a full show lined up for you this week.
I'm not dead!
Well, we can still do a show about guest stars, can't we?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Or wait, I've got no idea for a guest star. How about we have Umbrella Man for our guest star this week?
As much as I'm sure Umbrella Man would love to be a guest star on any particular kind of podcast, I seriously doubt that the Skype has the voice recognition software capable of actually transmitting his voice into recorded sound.
Oh yeah, it's quite easy.
No, sadly Umbrella Man actually can be understood when he speaks through his mask, because it's not really a mask so much as it is his face.
I thought he was the Pyro's cousin.
No.
Twice removed?
No. No, the Pyro is distinctly mortal, whereas Umbrella Man has existed since before mankind knew what it was.
Fair enough, then. I just wonder where he got that umbrella before mankind existed.
Well, it's because the Umbrella Man name that he has, and here's one for all you people out there who have been asking about it, and who have not yet had a chance to read the article on Ozfo, which does not yet exist. The reason why he is called the Umbrella Man is because it was a name given to him by the few people who actually see him. It was not a name that he gave to himself. It's sort of like when you see those photos of, like, for instance, there's a photo of an old man sitting on a bench, and the artist also originally referred to it as Old Man on Bench, because he couldn't think what else to call it. That's what they call him. They call him the Umbrella Man, because it's what they mostly see.
Anyway, well, how about we get into the news? You can have the honour of the first article.
Alrighty. So, here's one that should be of interest to anyone who is not me. Tribes Ascend has been released as of April 12th, 2012. I've heard many people ranting and raving about this game, and I personally have no interest in it whatsoever, but I can certainly see why others do. It looks pretty cool.
That does make 2 of us. It's a game I don't particularly look interested in, but it is a game that the community is interested in, so we do cover it for a bit of news, right? We can't be biased here, can we?
Absolutely not.
Well, we can be if we really want to.
That's the thing, my friend. Journalism has no bias, bro. Well, at least, journalism doesn't have a bias if you're not working for Fox News.
Oh, wait. Or not unless you're working for that former World of the News employers. Yeah, they weren't biased at all.
Anyway.
Let me guess. I know what you're going to say. Don't get me started on the World of the News scandal, Loopy.
No, actually I was going to say don't get me started on pathetic excuses for journalism outlets in general.
Same thing. In a similar-looking way, but anyway, they are a pathetic excuse for journalism after what happened to them anyway.
Good times.
Yeah.
And of course,
All right.
the next piece of news that we have for you listeners is should be of a special interest to those of you who play Team Fortress, which I guess would probably be most of you. But
Yep.
I believe that Mr. Loopy has some rather exciting news about a potential guest star. Although
I'm going to say 2 words: Robin Walker. Now, he sent me a mail, and I'll read it for you word for word, and you can catch it in the podcast notes after the show. He says, "Hi Loopy, always nice to hear my fellow countrymen. Unfortunately, I'm allergic to hearing my own voice on podcasts. Ching, enter here. So I'll try to avoid it wherever possible. I'd be happy to answer your questions via email, though, if you like. Robin." So, in light of said news, what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave it open for a few weeks. If you have a question for Robin Walker, email it through, and we'll read him out in the shows with his response, because I'll send him a mass email with all the questions that you guys wish to ask, and when he emails back, I'll read them out in the show. So, at least he's agreed to do that for us. So,
oh yeah,
that's still nice of him. I mean, he's a busy man, and he's going to give up some of his time to read your email. So, if you have a question for the big man upstairs, here's your direct link access through to get a question through to him.
I, for one, was totally stoked when I sent an email to Gabe Newell, and he sent me a reply back within the same day, and I was like, oh! But in all honesty,
Did you do your little nerd dance?
Oh man, I was totally happy. It was incredibly exciting. And in all honesty, I'm pretty sure that Robin Walker's flimsy excuse that he's allergic to hearing his own voice is not the real reason. It's because it's quite obvious that Robin Walker's voice is entirely too manly to be heard by mortal ears. It's sort of like in Dogma, how they require the Metatron to speak for God because God's voice would cause your head to explode.
That's true, probably.
You guarantee listening to Rob Walker will be like, "G'day, Loopy. Always nice to hear from a fellow countryman. Unfortunately, I'm allergic to hearing my own voice on podcasts, so I try and avoid it wherever possible because I'm entirely too manly to be heard by the general populace. I'd be happy to answer your questions via email, though, because it's significantly less likely to cause your airpans to burn out through your neck hole."
You should do those official warning advertisements, you know that.
Warning. Listening to this music may cause your eardrums to perforate in a most displeasing manner, and since we'd like you to be a repeat customer in the future and not deaf as a pine cone, we'd prefer it if you put your earplugs in now.
I don't know, I got one that's better. Warning. Listening to the mad chatters constantly and continuously for long exposed periods of time will drive you mentally insane. You have been warned. Thanks, mate.
Caution, if you value your sanity, please limit podcast viewing to maybe 1 or 2 episodes at a time and take plenty of time to gather refreshments in between sessions. Maybe get outside, go for a walk, find a pretty person of the opposite and or same gender, depending on what tickles your fancy. Bring them back, play it to them as well, so that we may increase our collective.
Okay, hang on a second. There, will I stay normal now?
No.
Oh, fake warnings. I'm going to sue you, mate.
Yeah, I'd like to see you try and sue me. I'm a man who's got fist-shaped body hair.
Really?
Uh-huh.
What country does it display?
It doesn't display a country. It displays the province of Fistonia.
I'm suing you. You can't touch me. I'm going to have a restraining order against you. You can't come within 10 meters of me.
Restraining orders only work on people who can read.
Oh, so now you're admitting to your illiteracy.
I don't need to be able to use your fancy pants words. I've got my fists to do the talking for me.
Well, that's just not how it works. You've got to be able to abide by these rules, listen to this, and then if you don't, the cops will come and arrest you otherwise.
Rules and regulations only apply to people who can actually be stopped by the law.
You're not going to give up till you have the last word on this, are you?
Nah.
Fine, you win.
Yeah, damn right. That's what they all say.
I give up. Meep. I give up. Tough fist. Me give up. May give up.
Yep. Now I'm going to go fry a few shrimps on me chest because I'm that hot.
Okay, now you're just getting tacky.
Yeah, I admit, I think I may have been slightly channeling Saxton Hale at the end there.
You were a bit. Anyway, I'll go on to the next bit of news. John Cum, I know I promised him like almost a fortnight ago, but I can't do anything when he doesn't reply to emails or organising a time. I mean, he's sent me back 2 replies so far, one to agree to be on the show, and one to agree to the questions, and that, yes, I can organise a time with him. So I sent back a time organisation system, and he's like, it's like crickets in the background, no reply.
He'll get back to you eventually.
Yeah, he will, but I'm just apologising because I did promise he might be on this week, so I'm no longer going to make no more promises when John can be on, but, well, eventually, anyway. And, why don't you do the last one, since I've already just split the middle 2 in half?
Let's see here. Wait, are you asking me to talk about your guessing competition?
Yeah.
Oh.
Otherwise I'll sound tacky. That way you sound even tackier.
That seems a little bit counterproductive, but alright. Ladies and gentlemen, Loopy's guessing competition is officially up on the Aussie Ferocity forums. You can win a $20 prize on Steam for each correct guess, which, let's be honest, is pretty freaking awesome. And the information can be found at a link which I presume you're probably going to be posting in the video comments. But,
or it's actually in the Google document, but it's on the forums as well, so you'll be able to find it quite easily.
Which is going to be the http aussieferocity.net/thread/1155-loopy-s-guessing-comp.
Yeah, come up for breath there, sunshine.
Yeah, lot of words.
And what I am going to do is I'm going to provide a hint every week, so until you guys get this correctly, it will be continuously running. And this week's hint is my favourite cartoons game, and characters are all from 90s. So if you know any good games or shows from the 90s, you're in the right era. If you're guessing out of there, you don't obviously read clues or pay attention. Shame on you.
Oh my god.
What's wrong with you now?
No. While we've been talking here, I keep getting, basically spammed from people even though I've told them to leave me alone. But,
on Steam?
No, not on Steam. On various other sources, telephone, etc. There's one of them which I felt was worth saying. It's one of those tacky things that gets sent around that shouldn't be taken all that seriously, but I feel it's worth saying. Specifically, it's a picture that discusses Generation 1 and Generation 2 cartridges for the Game Boy. It's very short, so I'll keep it to it. But as nerds, video gamers, and nostalgia-ridden people, I feel it's worth saying, which is this.
Yes!
Inside every Generation 1 and Generation 2 cartridge is a small battery that keeps the game powered on at all times. Without these batteries, every time you turn off your Game Boy, you lose your save, no matter what. They use such little power that they can last years. About 15 years, to be precise. Pokemon was launched in North America on the 30th of September, 1998, just under 14 years ago. Play with your childhood while you still can, because soon it will be gone forever.
Is that true, or is that just a joke?
I don't know, but I also know that it has happened to me before. It's happened to me with some of my games, specifically Pokemon Red, which I own.
I used to have Pokemon Blue. I remember that. That's old school.
Yeah, very old. And those cartridges, those actual games, will no longer be able to contain saved games once the battery in them dies.
Well, that doesn't matter to me. I've long lost my Game Boy. More like giving it to my little brother who destroyed it in 5 minutes.
To me, it's a tragedy to me. It actually brings up something that my mother once discussed with me, which is, how long is digital storage actually going to last? We don't know yet whether it's something that's actually going to be able to withstand the passage of time, or if all of our digital works are just going to crumble and fade away.
Well, I don't know. What do you reckon will last longer? Paper that fades into dust or digital software that rusts?
Considering that we have some paintings and various other things that have been around for hundreds and hundreds of years, and there are computers that can barely last more than a decade, I honestly think that digital technology is a temporary thing at best.
Fair enough, but it sure is fun.
It's fun, and it's much better storage method while it lasts, but in the long run, how long is it actually going to work? I mean, think about the floppy disk. How many computers can actually use a floppy disk these days, just by default, without having to install extra things on them?
None.
Yeah, pretty much. There's like barely a handful, and it's only the people who actually modify their computers to allow floppy disks to work. The constant upgrading of things. You can upgrade to new storage methods with paper and what have you, but you can still carry the older things.
Well, that brings up a good question. Why the heck did they call them floppy disk when they could only hold 3.5 megabytes and they weren't even floppy?
Well, because originally there are actual floppy disks. Hang on.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I'm thinking of the new generation ones, the really small ones, eh? Or back in those days, what was small?
Yeah, originally they were actual floppy disks.
The floppy disk could hold like 3.5 megabytes, if I remember correctly. And these days, you have iPods that are just as big that can hold gigs and are actual working things themselves. Isn't that funny?
I'm having flashbacks now to playing games like The Mysteries of the Rainforest or whatever the hell it was called, and it came on like 12 floppy disks.
Oh, don't bring me back. I remember how they forced us to play Mathematics for Dummies at school.
Oh, I never had to play Mathematics for Dummies at school. In fact, our school was largely comprised of games like Nanageddon, or what is it? Nanosaur, which is a game about a velociraptor with a laser cannon and a jetpack, where you had to save one egg from all the different dinosaur species and preserve it in a time stasis so the dinosaurs could take over the Earth again when humans reigned.
Well, we did get to play the earliest form of Bug, actually, on floppy.
Oh my god! That was back when we used to have lemmings on the computers. I loved it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we're getting off topic here.
But then again, we don't really have much topic to actually discuss this week, so it's basically doing pretty well as is.
Oh, that's true. Oh, we will remember. But yeah, if you wish to win $20 from me on Steam, you have the chance to email in your guesses for my cartoon game or character. And no, not even Rythmear here knows, because I don't trust him.
Quite so. I'm enjoying guessing myself, even though I have no freaking idea.
Well, you know it's from the 90s now. Does that dim it down quite a bit? At least that wipes out Pinkie Pie.
Well, it narrows it down a bit, but
well, I've got to keep them broad for a few weeks yet, don't I?
True. Well, you know what? I'm gonna. Hang on. How many guesses do we get?
All right, just for you, I'll give you 2 guesses of each, if you like.
How about you give me one guess every week?
Okay, I'll give you one guess every week, but yeah, that's actually I probably should add that as a rule on the forums. You get like one email guess every week.
Yeah,
for each one.
Nice, because if you only give one guess to each person, there's a possibility that nobody will ever actually guess the answer.
Yeah, that's true. But then again, the more people that email in, because I'm going to read out all the answers every week, you'll start eliminating things, won't it?
Yep. Well, I think that, let me think. I'm going to go with, for cartoon, game, and character. I doubt any of these will be correct, but what the hell, I'll go for it anyway. For cartoon, I'm going to guess Rugrats. For game, I'm going to guess Journey to Monkey Island. Oh wait, the Monkey Island game basically. And
wasn't that in the 80s?
Yeah, around the same period. For me, they were all things that I played when I was young, and I was born in '88. So considering that I had to grow up a few years before I could learn to operate a computer, for me they'll always be from that game period, or that period rather. But yeah, I'll go with Rugrats, Monkey Island, even though it's probably from earlier than then. I don't know the exact date. And character.
This ought to be good. If you're trying to impose that I like Lurch from the Addams Family, that's wrong. Nope.
Oh no, I do freaking love the Addams Family. Seriously, Gomez Addams is a man after my own heart.
But come on. How many cousins did they have on that show?
Yeah, quite a few cousins, but who cares? I have quite a few cousins.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, let's be honest for a moment. One, Morticia Addams is a total babe. Oh, seriously, Morticia Addams. I would so take her out for a romantic dinner if she wasn't married. And I reckon that when Wednesday Addams grows up, she's going to be a fine piece of booty as well. But then again, she was played in the movies by Christina Ricci, so I believe that I've already been proven right.
But how often did Wednesday and Pugly have the most hilarious fights in the house?
Oh, yeah. Wednesday and Pugly were absolutely fantastic. And so was Thing.
Yeah.
You've got to give credit to a character who can be hilarious when he is literally just a disembodied hat.
I do agree with that, yes.
Yes, I never actually wound up guessing a character, so I'm just going to go ahead and Google 90s cartoon characters.
Oh, what are you going to turn up this time?
Oh, let's see. No, I'm guessing that is not your favorite character. Let's see. How about... I don't know.
Just in reference, what was that one you're looking at that you don't think is my favorite?
The first picture that popped up when I typed in 90s cartoon characters was Sailor Moon.
Yeah, no.
Okay, I'm going to guess, like I say, Rugrats, frickin' Monkey Island, and for the character, I will go with that weird, freaky, ginger-headed policeman cheetah person.
Bonkers?
Might be, let me see. I'll Google that. Bonkers cartoon. Yeah, that's guy. Bonkers.
Bonkers is a character I absolutely love, but not my favorite. But, decent guess. Decent guess.
Yeah.
But Bonkers is actually Bonkers is in the Freaky Loopy 5. And no, my favorite is not in the Freaky Loopy 5, but they're all the Freakies characters.
Good times, good times.
Oh, that it is indeed. Anyway, let's move on. I do believe we're going to have a new segment in the show. We're going to have me and Rythmear decided to, on the spur of the moment, probably half an hour ago.
Yes, quite literally half an hour ago. We put a lot of thought into it.
Oh yeah, we've prepared weeks and slaved hours away to bring the show to you this week, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm full of myself too.
Oh, I did actually have to slave for hours and hours to bring the show to you this week, considering that I've been sick for the last 2 days from working unpaid in the rain, but I'm not going to start ranting about that again.
Well, since we've been rambling on, you can have the first honours.
All right.
Your favourite video this week, and the link will be in the notes for you if you wish to physically watch it yourself.
Absolutely. But, yes, no, my favourite video from this week is called Trading as I Witness It. And it's basically, in summary, it's a Gmod video of trading in Team Fortress 2 as classically witnessed in a trading server. And, oh my god, any person who has ever, like myself, spent more than an hour in a trading server at any given time will recognize everything that happens in this video. And it is
guilty.
It is so... It's so equally true and despair-inducingly disappointing that it is exactly accurate and hilarious.
That it is.
Yep.
I actually had a look at it, and well, it made me facepalm on the desktop, literally.
Oh, absolutely. And yes, and now we move on to Loopy's video of the week, which I will also say made me want to gouge out my own face with a screwdriver, but is, I can admit, a very well put together video.
Yeah. Okay. My video this week. Yes, my favourite video this week, and please excuse me, I've just repeated myself, but I just did have the recording on pause, so I just can't quite remember my last word, sorry. But I actually found a really good PMV done to the S Club 7 song of Bring It All Back. As much as you despise that song, you have to agree that it is a great PMV, and the animation's well done, eh?
Oh, yes. But then again, considering that it's more the splicing that was done well than the actual animation. Yeah, well, most of the animation comes from the show, which was not done by the person who made the actual video.
No, but that's what I meant, the splicing, and the presentation and the actual the part that's on it, what they're displaying as said part of the song is actually quite relevant and, well, really well done. But I will be honest, and I will fess up because I do not have any dignity. I've just checked the video logs. I actually downloaded it off YouTube and put it on my computer because I liked it so much. And I got this on Saturday. It is now Thursday night, which is we are recording now. And I've so far viewed this video for nearly 71 hours and 52 minutes.
Yeah, you play that in the background quite a lot, don't you?
Well, I like to have videos on the background when I do my writing and designing work, but considering that's from Saturday, that is quite shameful, but I don't see it shameful, but a lot of people might consider that very shameful. That's why I got my video of the week.
Oh, please. Everybody's got their own shameful music that they like, that they kind of don't really admit to most people in public that they like.
Wait. You want me to start singing it for you?
No, thank you. But I will say I have 3 songs. 3 songs that I would rate as the top 3 songs that I really like, even though I know that they're complete tripe and I shouldn't like them nearly as much as I do. Specifically, number 3.
Oh, okay.
Number 3 on my list is Land Down Under by Men at Work.
Oh, I love that song.
Yeah, let's be honest though, it's complete schlock, but it is really good and really catchy, and I like it, even though I would never admit to most people that I do. Yeah, I come from a land down under. There's that one. Number 2 on my list is a song. I'm trying to remember who it's by. It's the song "Since You've Been Gone" by Kelly Clarkson.
Yep.
And I have a really good reason for liking that song. Specifically that I have completely twisted it with a music video that I've written down but never actually made because I'd need to actually, record it, which is an Umbrella Man related video. Yes, you can reattach your jaws now, but yes, there is a way I can make that song into an Umbrella Man video clip.
And number 1?
Number 1, song that is the hammiest, most terrible song that I shouldn't like, but I absolutely love it to pieces, is I Need a Hero by Bonnie Tyler. Sweet Jesus, that song is so ridiculously catchy. I absolutely love it. And every person I play it to just goes, ugh.
Oh, speaking of annoying people songs, now you've done this, I'll do a smart one. I have 3 songs that I actually enjoy myself, and I enjoy trolling people with.
Mm.
And you're probably not going to believe this. Number 3 is actually the song that doesn't end from Lamb Chop's Play Along.
Fuck that puppet.
Do you remember the song that never ends?
How
yes, it
can
goes
I
on and on, my friend.
The song which doesn't end?
Well, you want me to keep moving on before it gets stuck in your head, right?
I have other ways that I can get it out of my head. I'll just listen to
This is the song that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on and on, my friends.
You can't see it, but I'm giving you a death stare. I don't even know where you are, but I'm giving you one. You hear that?
Enough.
You hear that sound? That's the sound of me giving you a death stare.
Am I getting a death sentence with it?
No. But what
Damn
you
it.
do get is this. And that's the sound of me dragging my finger across my throat in a suggestive...
You're not going to like the second one.
Mm-hmm.
It's the annoying frickin' cat.
The annoying cat. Not
Yeah.
familiar. Not familiar. Nope. I'm delighted to say... Oh, you mean Nyan Cat. I don't call Nyan Cat annoying. I think Nyan Cat is fucking awesome.
All right. Finally someone who agrees with me.
Oh, yeah.
And you're actually going to probably like my number 1 choice. You probably actually like it. Have you ever heard, we're taking the hobbits to Isengard?
Taking the hobbits to Isengard. God.
You're taking the hobbits to Isengard.
God.
Da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da.
If we're talking about those type of songs, however, you know what my favorite one of those kind of remix songs is?
Uh-huh.
Come to negotiate, have you, you slimy git? Look what I got. I got a jar of dirt. I've got a jar of dirt. I've got a jar of dirt. And guess what's inside it? I love that song, not just because it's catchy and it has a really stupid tune, which I can't get out of my head, but also because of all the people who deliberately misinterpret the lyrics. Like, I've got a jar of derp. I've got a jar of derp. I've got a jar of derp. Angus licks his eyelid. And shit like that.
Have you seen the Taking the Hobbits to Isengard, the 10-hour-long version on YouTube?
I'm glad to say that no, I have a life.
Well, I didn't watch it, but I saw I loaded up and I saw the time. It's like, it says Taking the Hobbits to Isengard for 10 hours. And I didn't watch it, but I'm like, I would hate to upload that.
You got to look at those people and just think, what have you done with your life?
I know, stand at a screen for 20 hours while I uploaded it. Yay!
Terrible, terrible time.
Well, we can't talk. We do a podcast every week. Or does that mean we actually have a life?
No, we have a life because we're actually doing this for people. And also the fact that we only take about half an hour to an hour with each of these episodes as opposed to 10 hours.
Well, last week was actually an hour and a half with Leon.
Yeah, well, it was a good, interesting conversation with a fascinating bloke.
Oh, that's true. I can agree with that. Quick, is there anything you want to say behind his back while he's not listening?
Nice arse.
Why is the first thing that pops in your head whenever I mention someone and ask you a question about them is their ass?
No, but you did ask me about someone's behind their back.
Yeah, well, I did deserve that one, yes.
Mm.
Uh,
Well,
Mr. Literal.
there's a reason why one of the first pictures that you'll encounter on my DeviantArt page, if you actually go and look there, is a picture of me wearing the dat ass glasses, making the dat ass face. I'm not even kidding about that. Viewers, you will not be able to see this unless Loopy decides to post it, but I've just sent him the picture over Skype right now.
Let me look. No, I won't be posting that for your privacy, but I'm going to sit here and laugh in your face.
Good times. Good times are had by all. But yeah.
That is. Where did you get those glasses? You still got them?
I think I borrowed them off my mate Phil. I'm not completely certain. They could be. I'm not sure. I haven't seen them.
Alright. Really?
Oh, sorry. Well, I'm just having really random, weird thoughts right now. Like, I remember last night I had a dream about Tony Stark punching Obadiah Stane in the face. It was really fun.
Wait, was he wearing an iron suit or not?
They were both wearing their respective suits, but Obadiah seemed to be a lot smaller than it originally was. It looked a lot more like the suit that that Pyro fellow wears in Monday Night Combat.
Yay!
On a related note, Pit Girl. Fine piece of booty, but not as good as the assassin.
But not as good as Combat Medic Girl from the new one.
What's her name?
I think it's Combat Girl or like something like that, I think.
Combat Girl MNC.
SMNC, Super Monday Night Combat now.
Is that basically just the Pit Girl as a combat player?
I never played the first one.
Pit Girl, that looks just like Pit Girl to me.
Yeah, well, this one can heal, put annoying cats over the stage kind of thing, yeah.
Very good, very good. And yes, she looks alright, but also a bit silly. Although, anyway, we're getting off topic here.
Yeah. Well, I will say one last quick thing to be off a different topic. Over Easter, there was this, in the town I live in, there was this nice big gem fair over Easter, so I went to and got heaps and heaps of nice looking, really colourful rocks for $20. I got like a whole bag full of them here.
Nice.
Yeah, and I've got this blue and I've got this it looks like it's in the shape of like a rectangle sort of. It spins on my table. It's like a rectangle. It's like a rectangle, but it's like a square, but someone sat on one end, so it's like leaning to one side a bit. And there's like blue and white stripes all over it.
Are you sure you didn't accidentally buy a dreidel?
No, I didn't.
I'm pretty sure you just bought a dreidel.
No, I bought heaps of colourful rocks.
Square, which has been sat on one side that you like to spit on the table. That sounds like a dreidel to me, mate. I believe you even said... What was it you said that was like blue with stripes?
White stripes, yeah.
Blue with white stripes. Oh, please picture. Please show up. I want you
I'll take a photo and show you. I don't have my camera handy.
Oh, there's a picture here. It's perfect. But it won't work.
See, Lady Luck is with me tonight.
The costume page won't show up. There's a picture here of a bloke wearing a dreidel costume, which is blue with white stripes. I'm so disappointed.
Why does your mind always think of
right
stuff
now.
like this? Why does your mind always come up with stuff like this?
Because I'm not actively trying to be insane. It just comes naturally.
You're not naturally insane. You're naturally gross.
How is a dreidel person gross?
Ugh. Well, it's just the same as the first thing I say when you look at someone from behind, say something behind someone's back. The first thing you think of is their cute ass when he's a boy.
So?
Ugh. I'm going to start censoring this show every time you speak. It's and here is Rythmear. Rythmear starts speaking. Beep.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm trying to keep this clean. So let's not steer me towards the topic of arses, because otherwise I will start to quote Jeff Murdoch's famous speech about how great bottoms are.
Okay, I swear, I will not ask you anything again. Okay, how's that sound?
Yeah, that's great. Let's just get on to the rest of this booty, shall we?
Alright, Mr. Booty, huh? Alright, well, let's get on to the emails then. You can have the honours.
Alrighty then. First email.
Hey there. Hey there, Mad Chatters. This is directed at Loopy. What gave you the idea for a podcast? Just some fun, or is there some evil plan to it all? uppercase P. Loving the podcast and definitely hoping you two continue this awesome show. Hope to see you soon as either the scout that I cannot kill or as the boss that will beat me down into a bloody pulp. From Rob, a.k.a. whoever you are.
Okay, I'm going to answer that question with one thing.
It's never a good idea to ask an evil genius what his plan is, because then you're just going to take a laser to the crotch.
No. You're going to get me monologuing.
You sly devil, you caught me monologuing.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, why is Syndrome so good? I swear there's Mr. Lee doing the voice for him.
But he's all talk, no action, but he's perfect on the all talk part.
Oh, yeah, he's brilliant. But what do you mean no action? He invented 0-point energy.
Oh, all right, zero action. How's that sound?
I'm just going to stare at you for a while. Well, you think that everything that Syndrome did was nothing.
Is that another death stare?
No. This is my unimpressed face.
What do I have to do to get another death stare from him? We're trying to go for a hat-trick this episode.
You only got one.
Yeah, I'm trying to go for a hat-trick, though.
Jeez, death stare. I'm not going to tell you. I'll let you figure that out for yourself.
I can start singing lamb chops again if you like.
Nah, that'd just result in you getting a punch to the lamb chops.
All right. Our next email is from someone who wants to have it's from Random again, one of our regular emails. G'day again, mate.
Yep.
He's wishing to have a guess at my competition. He thinks my favourite cartoon is Avatar: The Last Airbender. Wrong. My favourite game is, he says, I don't know, Oblivion. And he thinks my favourite character is Zuko. He's not even the least bit of saying, he's too serious.
Zuko. Google is once again my friend.
You don't know Zuko, seriously?
I don't watch Avatar.
Zuko is the Fire Prince guy that's all serious. I must capture the Avatar to restore my honor.
Ah, fair enough. Well, like I say, I've never watched Avatar. I remember seeing it once. The first time I saw Avatar, the Last Airbender, the actual show, not the movie, because I've never seen the movie and I never will. The only time when I actually saw the TV show, I was watching it while I was sitting in a waiting room in a hospital, and I thought it was the silliest thing I had ever watched, and because I was into Warhammer at the time, the only thing I could think was, why the heck does that bald kid have a tactical marine symbol on his face?
Well, did you watch the movie or the series?
The series.
Well, the movie is crap. The series is actually quite good.
Yeah, well, I've heard that now, but I didn't want to watch it at the time. I may watch it, but I'm never going to actively seek it out.
Yeah, but you better watch what you say about Avatar, otherwise Razar might kill you. It's his favourite series.
Oh, congratulations. It probably is his favourite series, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just
Razar, can you please kill him? Please, 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 please.
No.
No.
But by the way, completely unrelated note here. I've just been given an instruction. I need to, and I've apologized about this, Luffy, but I must obey my loyalties to various people in my life. I'm giving
Do you have 1 more minute for one last email?
I'm giving a shout out here to James Halston. Before I continue on, shout out there to James Halston, that infamous thief and black-hearted thief and master of disguises. There you go, Mr. James Halston. Your shout out is done.
Oh, I thought you had to go.
Oh, no. I wasn't going to leave anywhere. I was just giving a shout-out.
And how has he been bugging you for the last 40 minutes to do that?
No, he just sent me a picture, or rather a request. But let's face it, if you knew my relationship with Mr. Halston in the past, then you would understand why I gave the shout-out.
Well, this is probably a good story, actually.
Unfortunately, there's probably not time for it on this podcast. I will just say this in response to Mr. Halston. I'll be coming to get you one of these days, James. Make no mistake. One of these days, the diamond necklace and the life of Miss Malloy will be mine. And nobody will understand what the fuck I was just talking about.
Ooh, he should sound interesting, yeah? Maybe he should come over for a tea party.
Quite possibly.
Maybe me to serve the tea, yeah?
Do not speak like Jar Jar Binks, or I will slap you in real life.
Oh, me get another death stare, me keep doing this, yeah?
No, but I'm sure you'll get a death stare from the entire collective audience if you keep reminding them of that abomination of animation.
I love imitating Jar Jar. It's so fun.
Jar Jar Binks, I didn't have any issues with when I first watched the movie. But the longer I watched it, the more I realized how much I hated him.
Ooh, longer Misa watch it, Misa like, yeah.
I will kill you and bury your body in Jar Jar Binks.
Strong enough in the Force you are not to kill me. Yes. Okay, my voice cracked up then.
Mm-hmm. It sure did. But no
Oh,
this.
shut up.
Loopy or not, you must realize you are doomed.
Yep, I'm doomed.
Mm-hmm.
Works for me.
Now then, final email.
Hello, Mad Chatters. I just wanted to email you guys, letting you know much of a great job you're doing with the podcasts. I hope it does start to get more followers, and you guys get your own boss. You deserve it. That's really all I wanted to say. So I'll be looking forward to future guests from your fan, Guardian. To die!
What? Is he dead already?
What?
What? If he's Guardian to die, is he already dead?
No, I wouldn't say so. That sort of remind me of that Magneto quote. That Magneto quote that I mentioned to you earlier.
Yeah, I was actually thinking of that, yes.
Magneto, welcome to die!
And Magneto's response?
The incredibly lame,
Now you shall see why they call me the Master of Magnetism.
you hear that slapping sound? That's the sound of me face palming.
Yes, I was actually planning on doing the same thing. The Master of Magnetism. So
sad.
Oh, hang on. That reminds me of a line from, I think it was like the original Left 4 Dead. Yes, you should take this lockpick, because you are the master of unlocking.
Left 4 Dead?
I can't remember what that was. It was like some horror game.
Resident Evil?
Oh, Resident Evil. Sorry, I said some horror game. I never played them. I just remember the quote from watching a video
How
trailer.
have you never played Left 4 Dead?
I never played Left 4 Dead or Resident Evil. I know the game.
What? Left 4 Dead was made by Valve. What's your excuse?
It needs to be 20% cooler.
I will kill you.
Yes, a hat-trick! Woohoo!
I've only given you one death stare. Death threats are completely separate.
Oh, come on. Well, that's 3 death threats. That's a hat-trick of something this week.
Nope. I'm shaking my finger at you, young man. You're on probation.
What, for thinking that game needs to be 20% cooler? Why?
For those of you who don't know, the reason why young Mr. Loopy brought this up is because before the show started, I was explaining that the 2 memes on the internet that I despised most of all are an arrow to the knee, for which I also said the only good joke from that ever came is the one from Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged Series. I used to be a duelist, but then I took a card game to the motorcycle. That's the only one that's ever actually made me laugh. And the other one that I want to strangle to death, whoever says it, is 20% cooler. Because in that moment, Rainbow Dash completely summed up everything that is wrong with greedy, entitled people who do not appreciate the hard work that a generous person puts into their gifts.
It needs to be about 20% cooler.
You need to be about 20% less. I will not say.
Wait, was that one of those censored moments that you actually censored yourself?
Pretty much.
Penny for your thoughts, then.
Well, considering that you've asked me to actively not swear on the show, and I know I've already said the F word at one point during this podcast, I'm not going to say.
I'd like to see how much I can push the boundaries, but yes. Well done controlling yourself. Penny for your thoughts.
Indeed. How about you just give me some items later, and I'll tell you.
What items are we talking about exactly?
TF2 items. TF2 items?
Ah, okay. So you want me to give you my atomizer that is preferably named 20% cooler?
No. Although, I was considering naming my holiday punch after Pinkie Pie. I never thought I'd do that. But
Well, have you seen how many items I've named after Pinkie Pie and actually described as well with the description
Yes,
tag?
you have shown me. But in this particular case, I was going to do it ironically. I was going to refer to it as something like the anti-Pinkie Pie. The reason being, I was playing Degroot Keep, and I was using my Nightmare heavy setup. Like, physically, I was only using the Holiday Punch, but my Nightmare heavy setup is the Big Steel Jaw of Summer Fun, the Deus Specs, and the newer one of the Spine-Chilling Skulls. So he does look like a demon head on a heavy's body. But then I'm using the Holiday Punch, which makes people laugh. And it's like that song that Pinkie Pie sings, you know, about laughing at your fears and making them disappear.
Yep.
Well, guess what?
Giggle at the ghastly.
In this case, your fears make you laugh at them, because that's the effect of the Holiday Punch. And then your fears make you disappear, because they make you laugh, and then they murder you.
I love it. I approve.
Yeah, and that's the basic reasoning for it. Something like... So let me think. Something like, Pinky, you've got to stand up tall. Learn to face your fears. You'll see that they can hurt you. You'll laugh, and they'll make you disappear. That's the idea.
Well, I can live for that. That's quite good. That's funny, actually.
Yep.
Not enough to facepalm, but it's still a good chuckle.
I distinctly remember the first time I heard that song, it was because I hadn't watched My Little Pony at the time. When I first heard that song, it was on the Saxton Hale mod when Pinkie Pie sings it during her rage. And I distinctly remember the time just thinking to myself, Wheatley, you've got to stand up tall, learn to face your fears. You'll see, if you beat that pony in the face, it will disappear.
Like, please tell me I was not the one playing Pinkie Pie at the time.
I don't think so, but then again, I wouldn't actually remember.
You wouldn't put it past me either, would you?
Oh, I will never forget the first time I saw a pony, any of those ponies at all, was in Saxton Hale. We were playing on Arena Off Blast, and the first pony was Applejack. And I looked at it, and I just thought to myself, what is that? What is that? What sad, deranged person put this into the game? And that started the landslide that eventually led to my discovery of My Little Pony.
Same here, and as I described last week, you can thank Virtue for getting me hooked on it, because he introduced me to Hale. I saw all these ponies, I checked it out, I fell in love, and now everyone knows how much of a big brony I am.
I watched that video, what was it, teenagers react to My Little Pony, where they showed them the opening of My Little Pony and got all the reactions based on superficial data that they knew nothing about. And there was that one guy who was, like, really chubby, and he had blonde highlights in his hair and, like, heaps of hair gel and all that stuff. And he says, if you like My Little Pony, then you automatically forfeit your right to be a man. And I'm just sitting there going, yeah, because you're obviously incredibly manly with your hair gel and your puny little blonde highlights. Do you even see yourself?
I think he needs a reality check and a good look in the mirror that doesn't break for 7 years.
7 years, bad luck.
He's probably up to his 4th year, actually, judging by how he's got the gel set up.
I saw one bloke there was a video, I think it was called, like, 7 Years Awesome Luck, and some guy's walking along in the street, and a black cat walks out in front of him, and he goes, oh, no, you don't, runs up and kicks it through a window.
Oh, that would be good, but have you been watching the news recently? Did you see the airmail thing?
No, I did not.
Apparently this postie was quitting work. It was his last day on the job, and these construction workers made a little rant for a joke, and this postie on a post bike in full uniform in the middle of his work shift, heaps of airtime, and he calls it airmail.
Nice.
And get this, right? Apparently the exclusive game...
Can't hear you, bro. Can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Hello?
Now I can.
Sorry about the interruption. The excuse he gave to his boss was, I hit a kangaroo.
Oh, Lord.
It's been all over current affair, all over the news for the last couple of nights.
Oh, that's just fantastic, that is.
Yeah, it is. If you want to see the video for yourself, go to a current affair and look it up.
I still maintain, and this will probably be one of the last things that I bring up, my favorite way of quitting work that I have ever seen was done by Doug Walker, who most of you probably know as the Nostalgia Critic. He did a video of him quitting his job where He walked into work with a boombox, wearing a t-shirt, like a button-up shirt. He walks in. He walks into the middle of the lunchroom where everybody is eating lunch at the time. And the guy's got his camera there. His mate is recording him. He walks in and starts playing the song, and it's from, 2001: A Space Odyssey, that song that goes, da, 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 boom, 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 boom.
Yep.
Well, anyway, he starts playing that, and then just as it gets to the big bit where it goes, dun, dun, da, 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 he stands up on a chair in front of everyone, unbuttons his shirt, rips it open, and he has the words, "I quit," painted on his chest. And then he starts rocking out and walking through the entire factory with his boombox, with his shirt off, saying, "I quit."
I'd pay that one.
Oh, it's fantastic.
It probably would have been, eh?
Indeed it was.
Anyway, we might wrap things up. We're up the 50-minute mark, so we will see you next week. I'm not sure what we're going to have for next week's show. It depends on what guest stars I can get. If not, I'll organise something else. But we'll get there. The phones are ringing off the hook here, and it's probably for me because my mobile phone is ringing. Now the home phones are ringing.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the Mad Chatters signing off.
All right.
Say goodbye.
Very well, folks.
We'll catch you next time, folks. Goodbye.